Hello, I'm Jackson Liscano-Garcia, and I will be doing Fluorescent Adolescent by the Arctic Monkeys and a music video podcast analysis. So first, let's go into the meaning. I believe the meaning is the idea of aging and how things in life are not as fun when you get older. And now let's go and focus onto the lyrics. So how I organize this is we're going to be going into the sections that it's delivered. So as you can see, the big numbers are how the sections are in order. Some of them repeat, as you can tell by the lines, by having two sets of lines, because those are the repeating factors. So let's dive into it. Let's go into the first section. You used to get it in your fishnets, but now you only get it in your night dress. Discarded in all the naughty nights for niceness. Landed in a very common crisis. So let's dissect that. You used to get it in your fishnets, now you only get it in your night dress. This is kind of implying towards the sexual relations that you have when you're younger. So of course, when you're younger, typically it seems that this person didn't necessarily care what they were wearing. It seems that fishnets was a word used to describe the fact that it was casual clothing, but now she has to get ready in her night dress. Discarded in all the naughty nights for niceness. Oh, and to go into night dress a little more, it just means that she feels that she needs to be more presented now. She has to get ready, such as how commonly things are, like where you have to go on a whole date rather than just hooking up with someone at a party or something like that, where it's like more of a date. You have to go for a dinner, see if you want to have it with. It's those kind of things. Discarded all the naughty nights for niceness. So it's basically her leaving all that kind of stuff behind, leaving those stock fishnets behind just to, for niceness, landed in a very common crisis. This usually means that a lot of people go through this because a lot of people age. They go out of their phase. So on to section 2, lines 5 through 9, 44 to 47. Everything's in order in a black hole. Nothing seems as pretty as the past, though. That Bloody Mary's lacking in Tabasco. Remember when you used to be a rascal. So, everything's in order in a black hole. Well, of course, it's in order because in a black hole, nothing exists to be out of order. So that's what he's kind of implying towards the youth, that she threw away that past, and the only reason it's in order is because it no longer exists to her. Nothing seems as pretty as the past, though. This is kind of like a dwelling towards the past. That Bloody Mary's lacking in Tabasco. Bloody Marys are typically tomato juice and alcohol. And so when it's lacking in Tabasco, it is essentially saying it's lacking in that spice. If you can't hear my air quotes. So the fact that her Bloody Mary stale kind of represents what she's doing right now. Remember when you used to be a rascal. The term rascal, if you guys have seen the movie, it's just more like a delinquent in a way. It's a way of being like a kid. It's very youthful. It's a youthful kind of word that's used a lot. Lines 9 through 14 and 23 to 28. Oh, the boy's a slag. The best you ever had. The best you ever had is just a memory, and those dreams were as daft as they seem. Not as daft as they seem, my love, when you dream them up. So the boy's a slag. And that kind of means that it was kind of exciting. It was an exciting sex life. The best you ever had, but now the best you ever had is just a memory. It means that this exciting sex life is now more in the past. And it seems like thinking about it, you just think about it and you think about it and you think about it. And it's almost like you glorify the past. On to section 4. Flipping through a little book of sex tips, remember when all the boys were all electric. So this goes into the fact that flipping through sex tips, that's usually a way of trying to impress, trying to go through more exciteful sex. So that's usually when you research like different positions or different kind of things with it. Remember when all the boys were all electric. This means that she obviously felt something during sex that she no longer feels, aka that electric feeling. And now she's told she's gonna get it. I'm guessing that she'd just rather forget it. This means that whenever she has sex presently, that she tends to not enjoy it as much, to the point where it's just like, I could have lived without that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go focus on the lyrics for part 5. Cling to not getting sentimental, said she wasn't going but she went still, like her gentleman not to be gentle, was a mechadabber or a betting pencil. Cling to not getting sentimental. This basically means that she doesn't want to feel in her past. She doesn't want to get connected. She doesn't want to stay. She wants to leave. She wants to change. She said she wasn't going, but she went still. This connects to the fact that, like, it's almost like an old friendship, but it's an older relationship with her in her past self, where it's like, I'm never going to change, but change is inevitable. And of course, she likes her gentleman not to be gentle. That just means towards sexual things. Was a mechadabber or a betting pencil. That means mechadabber is more of an enlarged male organ compared to a betting pencil that is a smaller organ. And on to 6. Lines 29 to 31. Oh, Flo, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go, Flo? Or whoa. This seems to be a self-awareness of that there was change. And almost like a regret. There was a dwelling of the past again, where it's like, where did it all go wrong? Where did it go? And then, of course, section 7. Falling about, you took the left off last lane, just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. So if you think about it like this, it's like a highway. That highway, if you continue on it, it's just youthfulness, it's laughing, it's excitement. But she took the exit. She got off the lane. She went off of the last laughed lane, where it's, once you have that last laugh, from there on, there's no more laughing, there's no more excitement, there's no more joy. Just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. This basically means, like, hey, I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking how things have changed, but I'm not doing anything about it. Or I'm telling you you've changed, but you're not doing anything about it. And so now we're going to move on. This is a funny quote I got while researching the song. It's from Story of Songs, and it says, the music video doesn't follow the storyline or the narrative of the song and is quite random. It shows a group of men, and one dressed as a sad clown fighting a group of men in suits, using cars to run them over, as well as calling for backup. Personally, I hate this quote. I despise it. And I'm going to prove to you why I despise it. Because this music, the music video completely relates to the song, just not the lyrics, if that makes sense. Because the overall meaning of the song is just, as you age, it's not as fun as it used to be. And of course, that's what overall the song is saying. It's just using it through sexual context. So this music video does represent the song. Just it represents its theme and the overall meaning of it.
Now you only get it in your night dress. Discarded all the naughty nights for niceness. Landed in a very common crisis. Everything's in order in a black hole. Nothing seems to pity is the past though. A Bloody Mary's like an El Tabasco. Remember when you used to be a rascal? Oh, the boys are slag. The best you ever had. The best you ever had is just a memory. And those dreams, when as daft as they seem, as daft as they seem, my love, when you dream them all. Flicking through a little book of sex tips. Remember when the bars were all electric? Now when she's told she's gonna get it, I'm guessing that she'd rather just forget it. Clinging to not getting sentimental. Said she wasn't going but she went still. Like a gentleman not to be gentle. Was it a mechadabber or a betting pencil? Oh, the boys are slag. The best you ever had. The best you ever had is just a memory. And those dreams, when as daft as they seem, daft as they seem, my love, when you dream them overflow. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Falling about, you took a left off last laugh lane, just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. Falling about, you took a left off last laugh lane, you were just sounding it out, but you're not coming back again. You used to get it in your fishnets, now you only get it in your nightdress. You started off annoying and for niceness, landing in a very common crisis. Everything's in order in a black hole. Is everything as pretty as a pastel? A bloody man is like an Tabasco. Remember when you used to be a rascal?
I love that music video so much. And now it is time that we've all been waiting for, is for me to analyze it. We're going to analyze it in some different pictures.